I'm going to open 6 packs of Theros and make a sealed selection out of them. I think these 3, if I'm correct, came from the Fab Pack that I just got. And these 3 are the first 3 out of my booster box. Both just received. So let's get cracking. I already pulled the Thoughtseize out of the Fab Pack, so I'm pretty happy pull-wise. Again, I'm going to open these the way that I would open them at a sealed event, meaning that I'm going to go straight for the rare and then start working my way up through the uncommons, and then finally just pile all the commons and see what I got. Hopefully I'll pull a Planeswalker, but I'm getting greedy because I already pulled Thoughtseize, which is really nice. As far as people like myself who like to open packs. So of course other people are always counseling on just buy the singles. Well, I was never going to buy a single of Thoughtseize. And it doesn't hurt that I paid a quarter for it. Of course, I also paid $100 for a whole booster box. So that equation is not meant to make economic sense. Okay, so there's pack number 6. These are well settled, but it doesn't hurt to make sure. Okay, so there you have it. Those are 6 packs, 2 minutes flat. That's pretty good. Okay, so let's start going through the rares. Okay, so that is an Akron Hoplite Foil Uncommon. And then one of the lands, this is Blue-Black. So this is the Dimir land. Then Nylea's Emissary. Ordeal of Erebus, of course. Black cards. Hey, the autofocus. Never mind. Nemesis of Mortals. Okay, set the commons to the side. Okay, so then a token. Let me arrange my little piles a little better. A Prophet of Kruphix, which I think, from what people have been saying, is going to be a card very popular in the more permanent formats, modern, perhaps even legacy. Cutthroat Maneuver, Porphyros Emissary, so that makes me want to lean towards red, but I'm not sure. Karametra's Acolyte, which adds an amount of mana, green mana, equal to your devotion to green. So it's really great, and but it's a 4-drop. So we'll have to think about that. Commons. Okay, so a Spear of Heliod, which I also pulled in the pre-release. Dauntless Onslaught, Heliod's Emissary, and the Horizon Chimera Blue-Green. Then, of course, a bunch of commons. All right. Ajax, which I pulled it out of the Fab Pack. Actually, Anax and Siamede, but I want to say Ajax whenever I see it. Erebus Emissary gains a very specific counter-target blue spell. Talk about specific. Rescue from the Underworld. Absolutely gorgeous artwork. If I could only get it to autofocus, which I won't. Comments. Okay, so Shipbreaker Kraken. It's got Monstrosity. See how easy the blue ones do it. Fanatic of Mogis. Vanquish the Foul. And then Anvil Rot Raptor. Okay, and then the last pack is a Boon Satire, another Erebus Emissary, Prowler's Helm, Chronicler of Heroes, and then a bunch of commons. So I don't see any bombs really in my rares if I go through them. So I don't really see anything that stands out. Maybe the Shipbreaker Kraken, because it's a 666 with monstrosity. So I'm gonna set that aside. That looks like a bomb. I played blue-white at the pre-release and got really battered by a red-green deck. Of course, my opponent played better, I think. Much better. I've got this spear. Creatures you control get +1/+1. Boy, if I go blue-white again, I better do better. Tap on all creatures, green-blue. Temple of Deceit is going to keep me green-black. The Hoplite. White-red is always good. So let's see. But nothing really. And then, of course, I could play this one with First Strike and Vigilance. And it's got Heroic. So, but right now I haven't really seen anything in black or green to make me want to play it. But I'll start setting them out by color. Okay, so gonna set these aside. These are like my decision cards. Then all the multicolored cards, I'm just gonna set them aside because I'll have to think about those based on already having basically picked the other two colors, So there's an artifact. There's another artifact. Okay, so black, red. Let me see. Let me start laying down my colors. So I was gonna say it did look like white, red, and black were looking okay, but it's hard to tell right now. So I'm gonna start laying down the 5 colors and the artifacts, and then I'll have to look at each pile and see how I did. This one's not as clear as the one from the for the first 6 packs of the fat pack. In that case, really red and black were outstanding out of the gate. Alright, so let's start dropping comments in here. Maybe a heroic white red will do the job. Nothing is really screaming at me from what I'm seeing. Really like the blue cards. There's a read the bones. That's not so bad. Viper's Kiss. So white's got one of the god weapons, but I'm seeing a small pile. Let's go through it and see what I got. So I've got a 1-drop Pox, which is really a wall. 1, 2, 3 at the flyer. 4, white, green. 5. That's really limiting. I'm gonna take out white, even though I've got that weapon that I pulled and I set aside somewhere. Okay, so then let's go through blue. Oh wait a minute, let me see. I had the white card. Here we are. So blue. Over here. I mean, this is a nice card. Definitely something to think about. So I already, I think, knocked out white outright, even though I've got the spear. Maybe that's a bad decision. Let's see. Now blue's got a bomb, so blue stays in there. It's a good contender. Let's see how many green creatures I've got. 1, 2, 3, green, blue, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's not bad. And I see a green blue, and I really want to play that green blue card. So, and I've got Karametra's Acolyte, so that's not bad. Green blue may be the combination. So let me put them up, and then look at. Did I count blue? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. I see flyers. 5 hexproof. Nice. Although heavy drop. 6, 7, 8. Little heavy, but as blue as tends to be. Then in the case of black, got the Baleful Eidolon. Hemlock is heavy. Gray Merchant. Another Gray Merchant. That's not bad. Read the Bones. That's pretty good. The Ordeal. I pulled the Black Ordeal. So if I count creatures, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Got 8 creatures. So actually I've got a pretty balanced selection in here. Nothing really outstanding, but I could play black with something else. My red selection is, of course, it's got removal. This is a white-red, but nothing really outstanding that I could pull off. This thing's got Besto, but that's heavy. So I'm going to cut out red. Maybe you'll make a comment and tell me that I'm an idiot, but I'm going to cut out red. And I really want to use this land, but I also want to use these two. So white-green is not in, and neither is white-red, so these are out. So I really want to look at this blue-green thinking, but then also black-blue. But my blue selection, of course, is going to get me killed, just like it did in the pre-release if I don't do it right. Although I've got a couple of Scry 2. That's a Scry 2 card. This is a very nice card. Voyage's End. Return target creature to its owner's hands, Scry 1. Of course, Griptide, which is a little heavier, is actually, in my opinion, the better card. Another Voyage's End. But I've got a bomb in there. So that blue speaks volumes. My black selection is all right. So let's see if we can knock out blue. 655. The Satire, the Flash. Trample, but look at that, 665, that's too heavy. Green, blue, this is close, but I'm going to go with blue, black. I want to play the land. Fine, these are really nice green, blue cards. Flying and Haste. Equipment. Cannot be blocked except by walls. That's nice. Flyer, but really heavy. So I'm going to keep that as a maybe. Okay, so I'm definitely going to keep the land, maybe the Prowler's Helm. And then let's start dropping creatures. So that's my bomb. So my fatties, lots of blue fatties. But I've got a 1-drop in there. Walls, I'm not going to play any walls even if they're blue, but I'll set them aside. A lot of heavy stuff. 2 drop, 4 drop, 5 drop, another 1 drop, another 5 drop. This is a good card, of course. 2 drop, more 4s. Nothing really in the 3 range. It's not a creature. It's not a creature. Okay, so these are my spells. My non-creature spells. Think about those. I'll keep this here just because it's there. So, Merfolk, so those. Other type, Fleshman. It's very weak. But it's a limited selection of flyer. That's good. So there you have it. So that's 6 creatures. Boy, these are looking heavy. Actually, I may really reconsider keeping blue. Even though I've got a bomb. I'm really having serious doubts considering that all these cards are so either heavy. I mean, of course, I've got hexproof. I'm not going to use that. Those are 4 drops, 5 drops, but it's got, I can hit with for life. It's another 4 drop. I've got hexproof 6 drops. A little heavy, but maybe worth the risk. A flyer, 5/3/4. Flash, that's a 4 drop. And then my bomb. Okay, so I think I can swing this. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That's all right. And so that's 16 creatures, blue-black. Go through these for you. So the Wanderer, the Merfolk, then we've got an Eidolon. This thing, whenever another creature dies, tap it. That's not good, but I'll keep it. This thing gives me Scry 2, that's not bad. I've got a Flyer 2/2/1, Flash 4/3/2. This thing's got a Devotion ability. However difficult it's to pull off in a limited environment. This is a 4/3/3 with Best Thou. Alright. This is a great card, of course, because it can deal a lot of life, however much black you have. And these are hexproof, so that's nice, because I can drop, and this is a flyer, and that's my bomb. Yeah, okay, I'm feeling better now. Of course, I've got the land. I think this equipment to make things, unless you're being blocked by a wall, to make it unblockable, that's not bad. It's a 2 drop with equip 2, so it costs 4. So then Voyage's End, very nice, because you can really then counter target artifact or enchantment and enchantment block. It's a nice reprint, I think from Miradan block if I remember correctly. Target creature, that's really slows down. Draw 3 cards, but really heavy. Draw a card. Controller draws a card. I'm not too crazy about that. Not too crazy about this. 5 drop. Choose target creature in your graveyard. Up to 2 target creatures each get +1/+1 and get lifelink. This is alright. I'd really want to play that. I'm not sure about this one. 6 drop. The Viper's Kiss, so Read the Bones. That goes. It's a 1 drop. I would consider that. Enchanted. It has. Oh, this is the Ordeal. Yeah, definitely keep the Ordeal. Man, that Red Ordeal really kicked my butt in the pre-release. Okay, so these are not going in. So out of these, I would spend some time thinking about them. I'll go through them for you. And then you guys maybe can comment and tell me what to do. I would say keep the Ordeal. This one's a maybe, but it's a 1 drop. The Bone Scry 2, yeah, I would like that. This could be good. I like this one. Tap. It's for up to 2 target creatures. So this hits 2 creatures. Very good for heroic, but I'm not playing heroic. A Scry 1 that would take a -3/-0. This would slow down. Enchantment block, slow down. Yeah, so I think out of these I've got 9, I would take out 3 or 2 or 4 and think about that. So there's my deck, blue-black. And of course, as always, autofocus is the enemy of black and vice versa.